Welcome to the first Star Wars Explained video of 2023, and it's all about what happened in the last month of 2022. In December, we got 8 new comic issues, a lighter month, but let's dive in. Starting with the High Republic, the third issue of the main comic line was really good. Vildar Mak and Tay Sarek continue their investigation into missing stolen Force artifacts on Jedha. We learn that Tay was once a Guardian of the Whills, but left after he couldn't stand seeing a gangster abusing some kids while the Guardians stood idly by. He discovers an explosive device in the Temple of the Whills which detonates. I believe this is a prelude to the Battle of Jedha, the audio drama that releases in just 2 days. The first issue of The Blade by Charles Soule was great. I've been excited to learn more about Porter Ingle's past since we met him way back in the very first High Republic story, and so far I am not disappointed. All we really do is get to meet Porter and his quote-unquote sister, Barash, as they help out settlers in the Outer Rim. Porter is, of course, amazing with his very awesome-looking lightsaber and has a reputation in the Jedi Order as the best of the best, so much so that other Jedi Knights are excited to duel him. He and Barash are dropped off on a planet to help end a dispute that immediately looks like more than they expected. Unfortunately, since the Outer Rim is still being settled at this point, there are no comms, so they'll be stuck dealing with the situation on their own. The second issue of the Yoda miniseries also takes place in the High Republic, likely after the entirety of Phase 2 based on some hints in the text. But Yoda is still living away from the Jedi Council on a remote planet, protecting and teaching its people until he is captured by their enemies, the Krulkan. Yoda's friends rescue him, and a younger member of the group kills the Krulkan leader to Yoda's dismay. I'm starting to get into this series more. Exploring Yoda as a less conventional Jedi is interesting. It's cool to see him, well, not young, but younger at least. Hidden Empire issue 2 was alright. It didn't quite keep up the intrigue set up by the first issue. We still don't know who the mysterious Sith is that Kira wants to set free, and we still don't know who is listening to the archivist's recorded story. But we did learn that Kira has a hidden base and secret fleet for Crimson Dawn, or what's left of it. The Syndicate is dying, but that was always part of the plan, or so Kira says. The issue ends with Vader closing in on the archivist and co., but he is confronted by Chaneth Cha before he can do anything, which connects back to the Darth Vader comics where we saw Vader kill her parents, so we're in for some action in the next issue, I think. Dr. Aphra issue 27 was a little more subdued than its past few issues, which is fine, they can't all be insane. Aphra gets a virus into the Spark Eternal through 000 and BT-1. The Spark then grants Aphra control over her own body again to remove it. Meanwhile, Ronan Tag joins up with Crimson Dawn and hires Sana Starros and her crew to find the Spark for him after saving their lives, but Sana suggests that they instead try to assassinate Domina Tag. Bounty Hunters issue 29 had a lot going for it this month. Tonga and Valence's paths have finally reconverged after they were separated in War of the Bounty Hunters, but this time they're on opposite sides of the fight. I like that level of conflict. Also, it's just cool seeing two Trandoshans battle it out against one another. I liked this issue. Han Solo and Chewbacca issue 8 was another fun time. I still dig just getting to follow the two characters on random jobs. I also think it would have made for a great Disney Plus series, but oh well. This time around, they got the Millennium Falcon back from Greedo and broke into Grand Moff Tarkin's office to steal back an urn that's been the MacGuffin of this story since the beginning. They make their escape on the top of a train until Chewie gets shot off of it. I kinda rolled my eyes at that because it seems like every issue ends with one of the two title characters in some serious peril that we know they will survive, but I have to admit that it's very much in line with the serial adventures that inspired George Lucas when he was creating Star Wars. The Mandalorian issue 6 was like the last 5, a fine adaptation of the episode, but if you've seen the series, which I assume anyone watching this video has, you won't really get anything new out of reading it again. For Story of the Month, I'm gonna go with The Blade. I've been excited to learn more about Porter Ingle since this series was announced, and it held up very well. January is going to kick off 2023 in a big way. The Bad Batch will return in just a few days, releasing 5 episodes this month. We'll also get the Battle of Jedha audio drama I mentioned earlier, and 10 new comic issues. That's 16 new Star Wars stories, and we're only gonna get busier in the coming months. The Canon update will return at the end of January to cover all those new stories. Until then, please like this video, subscribe to the channel to keep up with all our Star Wars coverage, follow us on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, and consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.